You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted Best of Las Vegas. Give them a call, 702-727-9900.
Thank you for joining us here on News 25 and Ace Country Radio and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on Roku devices on this Friday, September 12th, 2025. Good evening. I'm Chris Palermo, and it is not any ordinary day. It is 28 years of broadcasting for KPVM TV, and we are proud and privileged to be serving Pahrump, Nye County, all the way to Las Vegas, and now on the world with the World Wide Web on Roku and on Facebook and YouTube. We are looking at another 28 years. KPVM TV, proud and thankful to serve everybody for 28 years. It's our anniversary today. And now to the news. All eyes are on Salt Lake City, Utah today, as it has been reported that a suspect is now in custody in the tragic shooting and death of Charlie Kirk. Father of the suspect aided in the efforts of bringing him to surrender, and News 25 has more.
Authorities in Utah have arrested 22-year-old Tyler James Robinson for the fatal shooting of conservative commentator Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk was killed September 10th while speaking at the Utah Valley University in Orem. Authorities revealed in a press briefing that the suspect Tyler was turned in by his own father. Investigators say they discovered bullet casings marked with unusual inscriptions at the scene
that had been engraved on casings found with the rifle. Inscriptions on a fired casing read, "Notices, bulges, capital OWO, what's this, question mark." Inscriptions on the 3 unfired casings read, "Hey fascist, exclamation point, catch, exclamation point." Up arrow symbol, right arrow and symbol, and 3 down arrow symbols. A second unfired casing read, "Oh Bella Chow, Bella Chow, Bella Chow, Chow Chow," and a third unfired casing read, "If you read this, you are gay, LMAO."
In a separate interview, President Donald Trump called for a speedy trial, emphasizing that justice should be delivered without delay.
I think with a high degree of certainty, we have him in custody, right? In custody. Everyone did a great job. We worked with the local police, the governor, everybody did a great job. You know, getting somebody that you start off with absolutely nothing. And we started off with a clip that made him look like an ant that was almost useless. We just saw there was somebody up there. And so much work has been done over the last 2.5 days. You know, it's amazing, actually, when you start off with that and then all of a sudden you get lucky or talent or whatever it is. But, yeah, I think we're in great shape.
Mr. President.
And he's in custody.
And more than 160 animals have been relocated in Pahrump from a dangerous situation with assistance from a local group, the Southwestern Wilds. Sheriff Joe McGill shares the latest information that he has.
Hi, I'm Sheriff Joe McGill, and we're here to give you an update on an animal abuse and neglect situation that's been going on for quite some time here in Nye County. On July 31st, there was a situation of donkeys and horses and sheep and goats and dogs at a address here in Pahrump. The Nye County Animal Control had been watching this property for quite some time because of allegations of abuse and neglect for the animals. On July 31st, the owner of the property, Kim Orrick, was arrested for 19 counts of animal abuse and neglect. At that time, the court ordered that all the animals on the property be under the care and custody of the Nye County Animal Shelter or Animal Services. And Ms. Orrick was ordered by the court not to participate in the feeding or caring of the animals. So as a result of that, the animal shelter, Animal Control, Nye County Sheriff's Office made contact with citizens around the community and I made contact with Southwestern Wilds. Southwestern Wilds stepped up tremendously, and they have been going to this property since July 31st, 2 times a day with animal control officers and sheriff's auxiliary members to feed and care for the animals. Just 2 days ago, as a result of a court hearing, the animals were ordered to be removed from the property. And again, Southwestern Wilds and citizens from all over the community stepped up and assisted in that. And I am proud to say that now there are well over 160 animals that have been taken to foster homes throughout town. And with that, I would like to turn it over to Vanessa.
Thank you, Sheriff McGill. I'm Vanessa Fernandez, Vice President at Southwestern Wilds, and we would just like to say that Southwestern Wilds is truly honored that the Nye County Sheriff's Office and Nye County Animal Control entrusted us to collaborate with them in this joint effort with the care of more than 100 animals during this crisis. Their confidence in Southwestern Wilds means so much, and we are proud to have stepped up alongside them. I also want to thank the Southwestern Wilds volunteers who truly poured their hearts into feeding, watering, and loving these animals every single day. Without them, this would have not been possible. Because of Southwestern Wilds and our community partners, every single animal has been placed in safe temporary foster homes. For the safety of those animals, and because this is still an open investigation, the fosters will remain anonymous, but please know how deeply grateful we are. Thanks to Southwestern Wilds and this community, these animals went from neglect to now being happy, stretching their legs, and staying together in their family units. We feel so blessed to see how this community has stepped up. To everyone that has supported us, you are truly making a real difference, and your care has not gone unnoticed. Thank you.
More news now. There is final report today in the Prince Law Group murder in Summerlin that happened in April. More now from Davey Assey.
A chilling and tragic incident unfolded in Summerlin on April 8, 2024, when attorney Joseph Houston opened fire during a deposition at the Prince Law Group. The attack resulted in the deaths of Dennis Prince and his wife, Ashley Prince, before Houston turned the gun on himself. In a final investigative report released this week, Metro Police revealed previously undisclosed details of the events leading up to the shooting. According to the report, Houston confronted Dennis Prince at the start of the deposition, questioning, "Are you guys ever going to stop trying to take the kids away from Dylan?" Seconds later, Houston began firing, discharging 11 rounds over the course of approximately 2 minutes. The report also notes that Houston had recently been diagnosed with terminal prostate cancer, which had spread to his bones and had undergone chemotherapy and radiation treatment. Despite this, there was no prior indication of suicidal or violent intentions. Investigators found no evidence suggesting that Houston had informed anyone of his plans. This tragic event serves as a stark reminder of the importance of mental health awareness and the need for vigilance in all professional settings.
More local stories coming up, your weather and your sports. It's Friday. You're watching News 25.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back to News 25. I'm Chris Palermo. There's more fallout today from people that have commented on social media negatively regarding the Charlie Kirk assassination on Wednesday. Today, a statement was issued from Las Vegas Realtors President George Kiprios. He said that Las Vegas Realtors is aware of divisive comments being attributed to one or more of our members on social media this week. Following the tragic murder of Charlie Kirk, we want to make it clear that LVR and its leaders do not condone hateful or potentially hurtful speech. The association has been made aware of comments made by Mark Civic. He has resigned his 2026 and 2027 LVR Board of Directors positions. Las Vegas Realtors was founded in 1947 and provides its nearly 16,000 members with education, training, and political representation. More news now. The driverless taxi company Zoox has launched in Vegas. For now, you can get around the strip for free in these cars. More now from News 25.
In a landmark moment for autonomous transportation, Zoox, the Amazon-owned robotaxi company, has officially launched its public robotaxi service in Las Vegas. Beginning September 10th, 2025, anyone with the Zoox app can request a ride at no charge from 5 designated pickup and drop-off zones along the strip. These initial zones include Resorts World, Area 15, Top Golf, New York, and the Luxor. This move puts Las Vegas at the forefront of the robotaxi race, a competition among companies like Waymo, Tesla, and others to redefine urban mobility.
A final report is out on the death of a miner in Nevada. The state says that the worker had inadequate training and drugs were found in his system. KPVM has more.
The findings are in from a mining accident here in Nevada that happened in May. Lon Shane Davis, 56, fell to his death when he was operating a John Deere 240 DLC excavator as the company was attempting to build a drill pad for the La Pond Canyon Gold Project. The site is 40 miles southeast of Urington, which is about 370 miles northwest of Las Vegas. This is the 958th mining employee death on the job since Nevada has been keeping records dating back to 1909. The May 28th death is the first and only mining fatality in Nevada in 2025. The fatality investigation report found that Merit Construction Incorporated did not conduct mandatory examinations of equipment or workplace conditions. Findings also stated that Jarvis, the employee killed, did not get adequate training. He had been working for the company for 2 years and had 15 years of experience working in mines. Washoe County Medical Examiner found that Jarvis tested positive for methamphetamine, the stimulant amphetamine, and Benadryl. The sheriff's office also tested a vial found, and it was confirmed meth.
Well, the Las Vegas Aces extended their winning streak. Mikey Ruhan has that. More in sports.
Time now for your News 25 look at sports and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on Roku devices. The Las Vegas Aces were on fire last night, literally raining threes like it was monsoon season in the Mojave. Asia Wilson dropped 23 points and grabbed 19 rebounds like someone was handing out free snacks under the hoop. Jewel Lloyd joined the party with 21 points of her own, and the Aces hit a record-breaking 22 three-pointers. Final score, Aces 103, Sparks 75. That's the Aces' 16th win in a row, tying them for the second longest win streak in WNBA history. Las Vegas locks in the number 2 seed for the playoffs and now sets their sights on the Seattle Storm this Sunday for Game 1 of their best-of-3 series. Meanwhile, over on the baseball diamond, the Las Vegas Aviators dropped Game 3 in the Battle of Nevada, losing 6-5 to the Reno Aces. They'll be looking for redemption tonight at 6:35. The Las Vegas Raiders are gearing up for their home opener on Monday night against the LA Chargers.
Las Vegas Raiders at home to see if they can start the Pete Carroll era off 2-0.
And a strong Raiders contingent already celebrating behind their bench.
They welcome the Los Angeles Chargers from Rio to the Strip. What's this, Hangover 4? Zach G going to be in it? Bolts off to Las Vegas off what they hope is an early season statement win.
What a night for Justin Herbert, and that might have just wrapped it up.
Justin Herbert ignited the Chargers offense to the tune of 27 points, equipped with Keenan Allen, McLovin, and Quentin Johnston. Eugene's finest comes in off a 300-plus yard outing, 3 TDs, a 130-plus rate, paid him all that coin. Maybe they're planning on getting their money's worth this year.
Nice find by Justin Herbert to split the two defenders.
They get in the ring with a defense led by fourth-year DC Patrick Graham that just held the Patriots to 13 points after hearing all week about how Drake May was going to break out this year, held the Pats to 4 for 14 on third down.
That pass batted down, and Pete Carroll's defense starting to flex.
Black Hole's remade offense, room to grow, but lots of positives to build off of. Just 20 points, only 5 for 13 on third down. Geno Smith was picked off once, sacked 4 times. However, he comes in off a 100-plus rating game. Lots of deep ball completions, over 360 yards passing.
And that's your look at sports on News 25.
Thank you, Mikey. Weather coming up, and we've got a great tribute, and we're looking back and looking ahead as we celebrate a special day here, 28-year anniversary, KPVM. You're watching News 25.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500.
Welcome back to News 25. I'm Chris Palermo. Here's Mikey again now, this time to tell us what's cooking this Sunday morning on Classic Country Breakfast on Ace Country Radio and streaming on Channel 25.8 and now on the new Ace Country Radio app.
Howdy, why did the chicken cross the road? To download the Ace Country Radio app. You can too. Download it today. It's free. On the menu this week on Classic Country Breakfast, born on September 8th, Jimmy Rogers, will pay tribute to him. Also born on September 8th, Patsy Cline will pay tribute to her. Born on September 12th, George Jones will pay tribute to him. And born on September 14th, friend of the show, John Barry, will celebrate him. Also, Don Gatlin calls the show to talk about fronting the Kenny Rogers Band, who will be performing at South Point Casino all weekend. This website of yours, it asks the perfect question. Who is Don Gatlin? And why is he singing Kenny Rogers songs?
It's very simple. The reason I'm doing that because first of all, I was a lifelong Kenny Rogers fan. Just vocally, he was a big influence on me. When I came to Nashville in the late 80s, he was one of my biggest influences that made me want to move to Nashville and pursue my career. Then as time went on, I got my own record deal. My brother and I were nominated for Duo of the Year 7 times. For Duo of the Year at the ACM, CMA Awards, all those. We lost to Brooks and Dunn 7 times, but that's a good person to lose to.
Yeah, it is.
And so I continued on. In between record deals, the smartest thing I ever did and something I love to do, another passion of mine is songwriting. And I wrote songs. I ended up writing songs for a lot of my heroes, from the Little River Band to Lee Greenwood to Ronnie Millsap, and especially the great Kenny Rogers. I wrote 2 songs for him. When I wrote the second song called Something's Wrong in Vegas, ironically, he asked me to come in and sing it with him in the studio. And after that led to him asking me and my band, Savannah Jack, to go on the road as his opening act. And we did 66 shows with Kenny all over the world. Hello, this is Don Gatlin with the Kenny Rogers Band, and we are in concert at the beautiful South Point Casino, September 12th through the 14th. It's the Kenny Rogers Band with longtime opening act, me, Don Gatlin. Come and see us. It's going to be an amazing night. South Point Casino, September 12th to the 14th.
Classic Country Breakfast this Sunday morning at 8 on Ace Country Radio, streaming at Channel 25.8, and now on the new Ace Country Radio app.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
That's the Lerner and Rowe Weather Cam on a beautiful Friday in Pahrump outside of the KPVM TV studios. And it looks to be like a nice weekend of weather tomorrow. The bike night in the daytime with some country music outside of Rhinestones happening at 2 p.m. I think the forecast will cooperate. More about the weekend and next week coming up.
Weather is sponsored by the Nevada Dairy Farmers and the Dairy Council of Nevada, sharing the love of all things dairy. Celebrate the best moments with milk. Milk the moment. And the weather is also brought to you by the Ponderosa Dairy, Nevada's largest dairy, fresh from our farm to your table.
Welcome back to News 25 on this Friday. I'm Pahrump giving you the weather forecast from the anchor desk in Fernley. It was 75, Fallon 78, Carson City looking at 75 degrees today, Tonopah 70, Goldfield hit 73, Beatty 84, Amagosa 90 degrees, Las Vegas 90. It's still pool season, kids. 99 in Death Valley, downright chilly. The sun rose this morning, well, a little later, 6:24, 17% humidity, and we've got wind out of the southwest, 9 miles an hour. We hit a high near 88 degrees, and the sun will set tonight, and it's getting a little earlier too. 6:55 p.m., 28% humidity. We've got winds out of the east, a low of 62 degrees. And your forecast for tomorrow, they've got the Tires and Tacos event happening at Lakeview Golf Course Saturday morning. 92 degrees Sunday, 95, 96 on Monday, Tuesday 98. We're going back up a little bit more. Wednesday 98, then back down 93 on Thursday. Friday 89, lows in the 60s. It's looking to be a pretty decent week, a pretty decent weekend. And from a birthday to an anniversary, I've got to wish my mother watching this. She's probably in bed now, back on the East Coast. She'll watch it on YouTube. Happy birthday, Ma, back in Boston. And like I said, from a birthday to a special anniversary, 28 years from KPVM television. We're celebrating that today. We are so proud to serve the community and honored, and we put together this very special piece. I'm Chris Palermo for everybody here at News 25. Make it a great weekend.
KPVM News 25 is celebrating 28 years on the air. Since we launched September 12, 1997, KPVM has been dedicated to delivering trusted local news, community stories, and vital updates to the people of Pahrump and beyond. For more than 3 decades, the station has grown with the community, expanding its coverage, embracing new technology, and staying committed to its hometown roots. From breaking news to feel-good features, KPVM has remained a reliable voice in Nye County. It's a fabulous 28th anniversary, and we thank you for watching.